Cal game for us on Saturday?
Sure. I really liked the way that we played. I liked our energy. I thought we converted really well and we showed how good we can be. We were in it, and now we see where to go from here, and so we're ready for the next big opponent. And I think we're going to come through in the clutch, and we're excited to get on the road against a good quality opponent.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
How about your group?
What are we
How do
doing?
you feel going into this?
Oh, I see. Against Arizona, or?
Going into this weekend?
Yeah. I don't know. I actually don't think we're playing very well, to be honest. So it's been very frustrating, just as far as execution goes. What I've really liked is I've liked our toughness. I like how we just fight and we just play volleyball together. I like how we've been able to keep our composure when things are tough, or we're not playing our best, and we found ways to win. I thought it was the tale of two different matches this past week, playing Oregon State, where I thought it was kind of pretty for us against Oregon State as far as like offense was clicking and we were able to be in rhythm and just do a lot of highlight level plays. And then Washington State, where it was just kind of gross and sloppy and just tough and fight and find a way to get it done. I don't know how we won, on Sunday, but we did. And in our conference, you have to find ways to win those games. And so we're 1-0 in those games in conference. So, I have a feeling we're going to have another one come Friday. So.
Speaks to your team, right? You got to win ugly sometimes, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're never going to win how you want to win against the coaches that we play, because they're too good. They'll come up with, game plans that are going to stop what you're good at and then force you to be uncomfortable. And I think we've been uncomfortable a lot this year. Again, that was the big point about the preseason schedule, is just trying to make it so that it wasn't easy for us ever. I don't want our egos to ever get overinflated. I want us to just stay grounded and just keep, going to work every point and trying to figure it out together. So that was really cool that we were able to do that against Washington State.
Some of the flashes Lauren's shown, and then Lindsay coming off the mat, she is. Just how much does it open things up when your left side's producing the way those guys are?
Yeah, if our left score, I'm not sure we can be beat, because we just do a lot of things well. Generally, I would say that's kind of our knock, is that, I think our lefts right now are hitting 200 combined, which is, it's not horrible, but 250 is what you're looking for from your outsides. Willow and our middles and August are hitting at a pretty high clip, and so that's why our hitting percentage is high. So anytime Lindsay can have a nice offensive match, or Lauren, then that really stretches the floor. It spreads the floor for the defense and stresses them out, and just gives August another attacker to use. So it's important for us to keep going. And I like what I've seen from Lauren and Lindsay, and then Taylor and Brooke Van Sickle. So we have four options. It's just who's going to bring it that day, and then how do you use them properly.
Lindsay said you look to find a good matchup for her. Yeah. Are you trying to find ways to kind of get her going, get some confidence?
Sometimes it's hard, because do I want to match up defense or offense? Because Lindsay, I think, is our best blocker. So then do I want to put her on maybe their big hitter, but then that puts their big blocker on her. So it's kind of, what are you going to trade? So, Oregon State, I thought Lindsay was matched up on their big hitter. So then Lauren Page had an opportunity to be matched up against a setter, and so she hit 500. So, and that's what she needs to do. If I'm going to do something like that, I have to have confidence that the other outside can score, which I do. I have confidence in Taylor, Lauren, and Brooke that they're all going to get the job done if it's their turn to be matched up. And then I felt like, Lindsay was feeling good, and that other position was kind of iffy against Washington State. So then I thought we needed more offense. We were defending fine. So then I wanted to match up Lindsay on the setter for the last bit, and we got that matchup, and I think she had 8 kills or something like that in that 4th set, which was huge for us. And then that carried over momentum for her into the 5th. So, it's just kind of, what do we need and who can get it for us.
Did you expect Arizona to be this good so far this year?
Yeah, definitely. I actually expected them to be this good last year. But I think they had some injuries, and they were definitely younger. So now they're one more year experienced and more comfortable and confident. And their big hitter's a senior now, which what that can do to a player. Kind of focuses them in and gives them that that do or die sense. And so Kendra Dahlke is their outside, and she's leading the conference in points and kills, and she's just playing really maturely right now. And she's a load. She's tough to stop. So we're gonna have to do a good job against her.
She compared to any of the players you've seen so far this year?
Ooh. No, I don't think so. Because I think a lot of the players that we've seen on the outside have been like really big physical athletes, and that's not necessarily her. She's a fine athlete. She's like a Lindsay, but probably a better control of her offense. Maybe not quite as much power, but more control than Vanderweide. And so you can see how Lindsay could have 22 kills and get on a roll. Well, she could do the same thing. And they just use her a lot more than we use any one player. So she'll get 60 attempts if this goes 5 or more. where we really spread the ball around much more evenly. So so they put a lot of trust in her.
So Lindsay and Ronica both mentioned that it's just important for the team to start listening to you more. What are you trying to do to get your team to tune in a little bit earlier in matches?
Can you say that again? Yeah. I mean, I would obviously like them to. I think every coach would like for their team to follow the game plan a little bit better. Or for me, a lot of time it's just trying to get them to understand how good they are, just trusting in their abilities a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, I think I can, because I'm sitting down and just kind of engaged in the offense more, I feel like I can find them points. So if they would just trust me and just kind of go for what I'm saying, it tends to work out well for us. I tell them all the time, let me be wrong, and then I'll take the blame. But if you don't ever let me be wrong, then it's your fault. So yeah, I think they're onto something, and I think maybe for them they don't need that as much. They're pretty experienced, but some of the other players, I think they could use our staff a little bit more. So it's nice to have Erica back at home and just kind of have our full staff, and Ron back. He didn't go to Hawaii. All that stuff should help find a point or two, and we're in all these close matches. We need every point we can find.
Speaking of close matches, now 2 5 sets underneath your belt, 1 Pac-12. What has that taught the team, do you think?
I think the Minnesota match showed us that we can be in every match no matter what's happening. We were down, I think, in every set, and we came back and won 3 of those, and we found ourselves in every point. So I think that was the mentality for us, is that we understand that if we just kind of keep going, plotting our way through it, just going point by point, it doesn't really matter what happens. I think the first match against Hawaii in the second set, I think we were down like 17-9, or it was something bad, and we came back and won it. So I think this team definitely has belief that no matter what's going on, we can find a way to come back and win. I don't want that to be a habit for us. I don't want to get down so that we can come back. But I like that we believe in ourselves enough that we know that if we just kind of get in a good rotation, get them stuck a little bit, we can find a way to make a run.